All right, we've got Greg Remmenga joining us live in the studio for another segment on free legal advice. Right. And Greg, we're kind of going to get back to the basics today. Why is it important to have somebody represent you?
Well, one of the main reasons is the whole language of a personal injury, trying to get compensated for a personal injury, the things that you can ask for, how you ask for those. That's a whole new language that you're going to need help with in navigating that, in trying to figure out what you need to do in that different world. The insurance company is going to know all those things.
Right.
You're not going to know the language. They're going to start talking to you about all the things that they want from you and confuse you. And so you need an attorney to help get through that barrier, to find out what you need to do and just learn that language.
Right.
So you know how to get yourself the treatment you need and the compensation you need.
It's one of those things where, you know, even if you've got a college degree, like you said, it's a totally different world, so you shouldn't feel ashamed, you know, to reach out for that help and say, I need that help, to really help yourself.
Oh, absolutely. The idea of how you're going to present things to a jury, how you're going to argue the things that the insurance company wants to prove. I think that for most of us, it's pretty reasonable. You get in an accident, you're hurting. The accident caused the injury.
Right.
But that's not the way the insurance company looks at it, and that's not the way they'll argue it. So you need somebody with experience that can help you get over that hurdle.
So you've got big firms and you've got small firms. What are kind of the benefits of going to a smaller firm?
Well, I think the benefit of coming to my office is I meet with you, I talk with you, I'm the one that handles your case. You don't get shuffled off to a paralegal, to an underling attorney, to a new attorney like you do in some of the bigger firms. Some of the bigger firms that advertise, you see their picture on the advertisements, and you will never meet that attorney when you go to their office.
That's really interesting stuff, and you know, many people have been in an accident before. Maybe they've sought help, maybe they've tried to handle it on their own. You know, what is some advice that you could give somebody right now who may have found themselves in that situation once before and didn't go the route in getting some help?
Well, obviously those people know the problems that they're going to have to overcome to get compensation. They need to immediately call my office and try to get the help that they need to decide whether they need to hire me, to decide whether they need my help. But until they start asking the questions, they might not even know what questions to ask until they come to see an attorney.
Okay, very good stuff there, Greg. Thanks for being here this afternoon. And stay with us. I've got my full weather forecast coming up. If you have any questions for Greg, feel free to contact him at the information on your screen.
If you want Greg to answer one of your legal questions, visit KREXTV.com, click on Live in the Studio, and submit your question on the right side of the screen. Watch Greg's segment every Wednesday on News Channel 5 at noon.